So the new Call of Duty's been out for around a week now, and Zombies has changed a good bit. Core mechanics are relatively the same, but they've added a lot of new features from previous COD titles, such as Advanced Warfare's Exo-Zombies, World War II Zombies, and even Call of Duty Ghosts Extinction. In this video, we'll be going over tips that you may have not noticed from just watching gameplay alone, and these tips will hopefully get you to higher rounds, which means overall more XP and faster camos. If you're looking for a more in-depth guide of how the new Zombies works, I recommend a video by Cooper. He made a guide that's around 20 minutes long and it'll cover every base that you need to know about how the new Zombies works. The video link will be in the description. Now with all that out of the way, here's a random amount of tips, in no particular order. Let's start with perks. Perks have definitely been changed a lot in this title. Not only can you permanently upgrade them to give them more bonuses and make them stronger, you now for the first time can buy up to 6 perks without using any gobblegums or elixirs, this breaking the mold of only being able to purchase 4 perks that we've all come accustomed to. But this new feature comes at a bit of a hefty price, and I do mean hefty price. So all perks on the map start off as 2,500 points, and then as you purchase more, they scale by 500 points. So your first perk would start off at 2,500, your second would now be 3,000, your third being 3,500, then to 4,000, 4,500, and your sixth and final perk ending at 5,000. Altogether, you're looking at 22,500 points necessary to purchase all 6 perks on the map. So you might want to plan out what perks you want first, depending on if you're running a build or maybe if you're speedrunning the map. A new feature for Treyarch Zombies are these ammo crates that are all over the map. These ammo crates allow you to completely restock your entire ammo supply for the weapon that you are holding in your hands. In my opinion, this kind of breaks early game because it makes max ammos very irrelevant for the price that it costs. For a non-pack-a-punched weapon, and this goes for any weapon, it's 250 points. You can also buy ammo for pack-a-punch weapons of all 3 tiers. Tier 1 being 1,000 points, Tier 2 being 2,500, and Tier 3 being 5,000. You can also purchase ammo for the Wonder Weapon, but I wouldn't recommend it considering it costs you 10,000 points. Personally, I utilize these ammo boxes a lot. It really helps me to just focus on one weapon for leveling or going for camos. So in Cold War Zombies, we no longer have shields, but we have this feature known as armor. And like in Black Ops 4, Carpenter can fully repair your armor at an instant, no matter what level it's at. The next thing we'll be going over are the nukes of Cold War. Nukes still do the same thing, blowing up a lot of zombies. Now they added in a new feature that I think should have been in the game since they introduced Brutus and Mob of the Dead. Nukes now not only can stun a boss zombie, but now can also do a huge amount of damage, which can really help you early on in the rounds when you have very weak guns. This next tip is kind of cool, and you can decide whether it's worth doing or not. Now, this technically was doable in previous COD titles via legit and non-legit ways, but in this one, due to the now weapon rarities and random attachments, you can double up on any weapon you want, other than the wonder weapons, of course. Now, at first, this seems really cool and seems as if you could focus on only one weapon to really speed up that grind for leveling and camos. But if you have two base versions of a weapon, via none of them being pack-a-punched, you do share the same ammo source. But if you go and pack-a-punch one of them, it now gets a new name and acts as a brand new weapon, therefore having separate ammo sources. So, not being the most practical way, this could be useful to help grind your weapon levels and camos. One of the things I enjoyed most about Origins was this feature that they implemented known as Wonder Fizz, and it makes its return in Cold War Zombies. Now, it doesn't work exactly as it did in Black Ops 2 and 3, but I think the change is a lot better. Instead of relying on RNG to get the perk you want, you can just straight up buy it. Finding Wonder Fizz, though, can be a little challenging. In the beginning, it's not even on the map, but the fastest way to get to it and to find it is going into the dark ether. So, as soon as you open up Pack-a-Punch, you can get access to this. It'll always be in the same spot. Now, getting it to spawn in the real world, you kinda have to go through a couple rounds. It's almost guaranteed for it to spawn on round 16. I say almost because I have had it not spawn on 16, but I may have just glitched the game. You can see on the side of the machine there's a couple out of orders. I think this is how Treyarch's going to add new perks into the game for older maps, which Treyarch has confirmed they will be adding new perks. So not only did Treyarch spoil us with giving a buff to nukes, but as well as instant kill. While instant kill is active, you can shoot a boss zombie to do, let's say, a lot of damage. This can be very useful in those early rounds as well as higher rounds to make sure you get those megatons killed, because they can be quite an annoyance. The last tip we're going to be going over today is the mobility. The mobility in this game is some of the most mobile you've ever been able to be in the Treyarch Zombies game. And we all should utilize this as much as possible, because it's quite a blessing. I can't tell you how many times I've been trapped on a catwalk or just some random object that I wish I could have been able to mantle. Well, in this game, as long as it leads to a playable area of the map, you can pretty much mantle to it. On certain parts of the map, you can even mantle while falling, which is pretty nuts. In my opinion, this is one of the best changes Treyarch has ever given us. It just makes the game feel a lot more free and fluid, which leads to a faster gameplay experience, which I think we all can appreciate. That's all the tips I have for you today. Hopefully you learned something new, and these can help you get to higher rounds. I hope you liked the video, and have a great day.